How difficult is it to get a 2 Megapops on a particular map? We're going to be scaling this by seeing how many unique 2 Megapops each map has acquired over the years from various players around the world. Just two things to note. Number one, not all maps have water on them, so submarines, Buccaneers and Brickell will have no chances of being able to do a 2 Megapops on a map like, let's say, underground. And number two, all of the information that I have received is from the Balloons Tower Defense 6 Index, which you can see on screen right now, but also a link in the description down below as to where you can find this website. I highly recommend checking it out. It's a good blast seeing what records there are out there. I've broken the difficulty down into 5 sections: beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, and extreme. Extreme being the desired difficulty in which people want for Balloons Tower Defense 6 to have maps on, just like with previous games. These numbers are not formalized by anybody, but I just think that these are a good margin to try and mark each maps on when it comes to their difficulty of getting into Megapops, depending on what towers can, and in other cases, on the more extreme sides, cannot get 2 Megapops on that map, with either the fact that they cannot be placed down, or they're just not a convenient tower to have down on that map. We're going to do this in alphabetical order, so Adora's Temple has 103 records of unique 2 Megapops, so that goes into the intermediate category. Alpine Run has 122 unique 2 Megapop records, so that goes in beginner. Another Brick has 89 unique 2 Megapop records, so it goes in intermediate. Balance has 104 unique 2 Megapop records, so that goes in intermediate. Bazaar has 59 unique 2 Megapop records, so that goes in advanced. Quite a high tier in advanced as well, nearing towards expert. Blondes with 36 unique records, so that goes in expert. Bloody Puddles has 16 unique records, so that goes in extreme. Lunarius Prime with 81 unique records, so that goes in intermediate, but hanging there with advanced. You can take it either way. It could be intermediate, it could be advanced. Candy Falls with 159 records, so that goes in beginner. Cargo with 65 unique records, so that goes in advanced. Carved with 144 unique records, so that goes in beginner. Shoots with 64 unique records, so that goes in advanced. Cornfield with 91 unique records, so that goes in intermediate. Covered Garden with 62 unique records, so that goes in advanced. Cracked with 153 unique records, so that goes in beginner. Cubism with 181 unique records, most certainly in the beginner category. Dark Castle with 72 unique records as a expert map goes in advanced, nearing intermediate. Dark Dungeons with 8 unique records, that goes in extreme. Dark Path with 98 unique records, so that goes in intermediate. Downstream with 132 unique records, so that goes in beginner. Encrypted with 69 unique records. Nice. That goes in advanced. End of the Road with 138 unique records. That goes in beginner. Erosion with 11 unique records goes in extreme. A 2 difficulty spike. Firing Range with 141 unique records. That goes in beginner. Flooded Valley with 24 unique records. That goes in expert. 4 Circles with 166 unique records, that goes in beginner. Frozen Over with 165 unique records, that goes in beginner. Geared with 36 unique records, don't know why it hasn't got more, because people say this is the easiest map on the game. Glacial Trail, 2 records. Permaspike and Geraldo. Haunted with 72 records, that goes in advanced. A low end advanced, but still advanced. Hedge with 117 unique records goes in intermediate. Nearing beginner, but intermediate in this case. High Finance with 64 unique records goes in advanced. In the Loop with 159 unique records, that goes in beginner. Infernal with 69 unique records. Nice, that goes in advanced. Carts and darts with 118 unique records, that goes in intermediate. Definitely nearing beginner though. Logs with 0 records goes in extreme. I'm just kidding. 185 unique records, that goes in beginner. Lotus Island with 108 unique records, that goes in intermediate. Mesa with only 33 goes into expert. Middle of the Road with 136 unique records goes in beginner. Midnight Mansion with only 25 unique records goes in expert, nearing extreme. Monkey Meadow with 132 unique records goes in beginner. Moon Landing with 115 new records goes in intermediate, so 115. Muddy Puddles with 35 unique records goes in expert. Off the Coast with 92 unique records goes into intermediate. 1-2 Tree with 130 goes into beginner. Ouch with an ouchful 17, no, I'm not going to include the hashtag, goes into extreme. Park Path with 144 unique records goes into beginner. Pat's Pond with 43 unique records goes into expert. Peninsula with 67 unique records goes into advanced. Polyphemus with 35 unique records goes into expert. That was not an expert pronunciation of that map. Quad 3 times 4 equals 12 records goes into extreme. Quarry with 123 unique records goes into beginner. Quiet Street with 80 unique records is between advanced and intermediate. It's give or take here. Rake with 65 unique records goes into advanced. Ravine with a whopping 18 unique records, don't know how it's gotten that many, it should be 18 less than 18, has, well, the extreme title. Playing Ravine resorts me to committing war crimes. I mean, okay, resort. 173 unique records. That belongs in beginner. Sanctuary with 28 unique records goes into expert. Despite Scrapyard being one of the longest maps in the game, only has 101 unique records. Skates has 142 unique records, so that goes in beginner. Spice Islands with 90 goes into intermediate. Spillway with 56 unique records goes into advanced. While researching Spring Spring, it kept coming up with both Spring Spring and Sulphur Springs because Sulphur Springs has spring in the name. So 78 unique records, this goes into advanced. Streambed with 134 unique records goes into beginner. Sulphur Springs with 118 unique records going to intermediate, but I can see this in this year going into beginner. Sunken Columns with 57 unique records goes into advanced. The Cabin with 129 unique records goes into beginner. Also with 129 unique records, Town Center. Tree Stump with 124 unique records goes into the beginner category. Underground with 46 unique records goes into expert. Water Park with 60 unique records goes into advanced. Winter Park with 136 unique records goes into beginner. Workshop with 28 unique records goes into expert. Lastly, X Factor, 20 unique records, puts it into extreme. Could be in expert. In this case though, with what we have going on, extreme. Is this a true evaluation of how each map is ranked out when it comes to its difficulty of 2 Megapops? No, we're just doing this solely off of statistics and just a generalization of like where things should go. Like advanced and intermediate, I expect them to kind of be flipped when it comes to the number of maps put into place here, but it generally looks like one side of a pyramid where the bottom layer has the most amount and the top has the least. It's a very weird looking pyramid. Just imagine this being longer, okay? Just imagine this. I didn't calculate how much room each of these maps will take as the number of rows increase in each section. So sorry about the fact that some of the stuff that you couldn't see at all throughout the video. But as you can see, this is what we have as a tier list of how difficult each map is when it comes to their 2 Megapops and the unique number of towers that can possibly do this as of the time of recording this video on the 23rd of February 2024. If there are more records added and these get shifted around, then maybe I'll do a comment in the video doing like, well, this map is now here or this map goes there. There might be certain cases where certain records may not be 100% legitimate. So there might be other cases where certain maps have flipped around when it comes to difficulty if they're teetering on one side or the other side. I'm not proclaiming anything, it's just that human error is always an inevitability in any case, regardless of how professional a profession is, and that is perfectly okay. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. This has been a bit of a different video, but let me know what other kind of videos you'd like to see me do next like this. I may even do one similar to this, but based on each tower itself. So let's say Aurora, full auto rifle, carrier flagship. What ones are the most difficult to get 2 Megapops with when it comes to that tower? Let me know down in the comment section below, and let me know what other kind of videos you'd like to see me perform in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.